Hey, what's up, fight fans? My name is Jason Gonzalez, and I'm a reporter for Real Combat Media. So for all your combat sports news, go visit realcombatmedia.com. Now, this week we had a bunch of fights. First, on Friday, August 19th, 2016, on Showtime, we had a fighter by the name of Errol Miller. He's an upcoming heavyweight fight against Fred Cassie. If you don't know Fred Cassie had a fight against Chris Arreola about, I think it was last year in the summer. And honestly, it was a really close fight, up to the point where you can argue that Fred Cassie actually even won that fight. So he's not a nobody. It was a stepping stone for Errol Miller, once again, the upcoming heavyweight. Now, the only thing that worries me about Miller is that he relies a lot on his punching power. I didn't see that much boxing ability. I'm not saying he's a bad boxer, but it looks like he does depend a lot on his punching power. He has 18 fights, and 16 of those fights are by knockouts. And for a while, it looked like Cassie was outboxing Errol Miller. And then in the third round, Fred Cassie gave up going into the fourth round. He gave up before the fourth round started. I believe he had hurt his hand or such, and he gave up the fight. He didn't want to fight anymore. So after the fight, Errol the baby Miller, called out Deontay Wilder, and he called out Anthony Joshua. And those are pretty difficult fights for him, because most of his fights, like I said, are won by power, his strength. And now he's going to step into the ring against guys who know how to box, and know how to box really good, and that have a chin. And arguably, they might even be stronger than Errol Miller. So how is Errol Miller going to react when he gets into the ring with somebody who's either just as strong as him or stronger than him and knows how to box? So that's a big thing he has to face in the future. Then on Sunday, us boxing fans got to see something that we don't usually see on TV, which is women's boxing. Now, the fight was between two undefeated fighters. The first fighter was Heather Hardy, and then the second fighter was Shelly Vincent. These two women are pretty different. Heather Hardy is she looks like a model basically, and she was made out kind of to sound like they were saying because she was good looking, that's how she got her wins, not by her hard work and her dedication. Versus Shelly Vincent, she looks rugged, and it was thought to be that since she looked like that, she got her wins by hard work. And what Shelly Vincent would do is go to Heather Hardy's fights and call her out and say all this mean stuff just to get a fight. And she finally got the fight. Now, some things that I didn't know going into the fight, because I don't watch women boxing often, is that women's boxing is 2 minutes each round, and they only go up to 10 rounds, not 12. And because these rounds are so short, it gives these fighters the chance to go all out. And it's because they have to convince the judges in that small amount of time, 2 minutes, that they won the fight. And so if you wanted to watch an action-packed fight, this was a fight to watch. Now, a little fact on the side is that has nothing to basically do with boxing, is that Shelly Vincent is lesbian, and by the way, she has a beautiful girlfriend. She's a model. Now, anyways, back to the fight. Now, like I said before, this fight was toe-to-toe. It was action-packed. Heather Hardy was the boxer in the fight, and Vincent was more of the brawler in the fight. Hardy was showing some technique. She was using the jab. Vincent, on the other hand, was throwing more kind of hooks, and they were both throwing a lot of body shots. Now, in the 10th round, like Jim Lampley says, bang, bang, bang. Neither girl was gonna let the other girl win that 10th round. They went all out. And that pretty much goes for the whole fight in terms of like these rounds were super close. You could say that Heather won a round or that Shelly Vincent won that round, and it could go either way because these rounds were so close. At the end of the day, Heather Hardy did win by majority decision. And so it's like, so where does she go on from now? So Heather Hardy now has the international WBC women's belt. So in her next fight, she can fight the champion at featherweight, which is a chick named Jelena Mizjordanovic. She's from Canada. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. Sorry, Jelena, for messing up your name. But, you know, that's the fight she should be looking for. She should be looking to become a champion at her weight class. Now, the fight you've been waiting for. Errol Spence versus Leonard Bundu. Going into this fight, there was this narrative of, can Errol Spence Jr. do something that Keith Thurman didn't, which is knock out Leonard Bundu? And he was able to. In the 6th round, Errol Spence Jr. knocked down Leonard Bundu, and it wasn't called a knockdown. And then he got up, and as soon as the ref let them fight, Errol Spence Jr. went ham, and he knocked him out, and Leonard Bundu went to sleep. But before that, it was a really competitive match. It was a boxing match, basically. It was a battle of wits, timing, and athleticism. One thing about Bundu is that the guy's weird, like his timing, his movement, how he stands, how he goes from orthodox to southpaw. And I thought that was a really good experience for Errol Spence Jr. One thing that I really like about Errol Spence Jr. is that he doesn't move around exaggeratedly. He only moves when he needs to. He really sits down on his punches. So who should Errol Spence Jr. fight next? Now, there's big fights like a fight against Keith Thurman or a fight against Danny Garcia, but those are fights that need time to be made, and because of promotional reasons, because they want to hype up the fight, they're going to wait for that fight. They're going to wait like a year or two for a fight against Keith Thurman or a fight against Danny Garcia. Now, who they could or they most likely will put him in against is fighters like Robert Guerrero. I could see that fight being made. A fight against Lamont Peterson or a fight against Andre Berto. I feel like those are the most logical next step for Errol Spence Jr. to really prove himself at 147 pounds. Now, I'm not saying the guy's not proving, because the guy's legit. His name is The Truth. But the thing is, it would make more sense if he fought one of those 3 fighters and then continue. And maybe a fight against Sean Porter. I would love to see that fight. Sean Porter against Errol Spence Jr. That would be one heck of a fight. But that's all I have to say for today. Thank you for listening to the Boxing Blaze. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. And go check out the Real Combat Media YouTube page as well. Go like, comment, and subscribe on my videos over there too. And thank you. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.